Coach Tyler here at Heavyweight Training Center. I want to go over a little bit of something that I see a lot, and that's the arch in the lower back when it comes to leg raises. A lot of people will over-arch and let their hips move a lot, and they depend on their hands or an ab mat in the wrong way to help them, take away that pain from their back. So I'm going to show you the proper way to do it today, so you can do your leg raises with less pain and have less, back ache the day after, those kinds of things. So, for example, if I stand like this, you can see that I have a natural curve to my spine. Okay, it's not a huge curve. Some people have more than others, right? Some people have a bigger curve in the lower back. Some people have a less of a curve in the lower back. Some of it's anatomy, and some of it's how you stand and the way you sit at longer periods of time. If you have a large curve in your lower back, regardless if it's natural or if it's not, leg raises can become more difficult because it puts a lot of strain on your lower back. The ab mat is meant for people who have a naturally larger curve or a larger curve for some reason to give them a physical cue to push on to help keep this engaged. So when you're doing your leg raises, the part that's missed is people will lay on the floor and they will just keep this arch here. Instead, what you need to do is squeeze your lower core a bit and try to tuck your belly down towards the floor and kind of let your hips rotate forward by lifting your knees. So it looks like this from a standing view. See how now I've flattened out my back a little bit? I'm now going to do that from the laying position so you can see what I'm saying. So if I sit down, so if I lay down on the floor, like this, you can see now that I can still fit my hand there. There's still the arch. It's not going to disappear on its own. I had to do some work to do it. So if you use an ab mat, for example, and I put this here, now there's no arch, but my core muscles aren't working any harder. I haven't put any tension into the muscles. I've just given myself something to press against. So the same thing happens when I do this. I haven't taken away the arch. The arch is still there. So if you're going to use something like that, you still need to press your core down towards the floor. So to go from this position to a flat back, there's two things you need to do. Number one is bring your knees up to your chest first. See that? Right away now, there's no flat there, or no round there, so it's all flat here now, I can't keep my hand in. Number two, you're going to crunch your core and lift your shoulders off the ground. Now, I've got absolutely no arch at all. From here, I can keep my legs bent a little bit, do my leg raises like so. I can straighten them out, do them like this. But the whole point is that this doesn't come off the ground. I can do my flutter kicks. But if you're having this happen, your core isn't working, your discs are shifting. Whenever you're doing Russian twists, leg raises, plank, whatever you're doing, it's about keeping this tight. Especially for things on your back, for things on your back, you want to try to make sure that gets flattened out as hard as you can do it or as much as you can work. So things like that, the ab pad, are great for people who have a naturally occurring large arch in their lower back, so they can't flatten it on their own. It just won't happen. Or if you sit a lot or have weaker muscles in your core and hips, you may need an assistance so your brain knows to keep your core tight. It's not just put the ab mat there and hope for the best, all right? Make sure you're using those core muscles, bring the belly button in, keep everything nice and tight. It's a stabilization muscle, so make sure you're using them, all right? Keep the core tight, keep it stabilized. Have a good one, guys.